This is Dabu 7. We have millions of renters across the country now facing eviction. Now, there has been a moratorium in place by the feds since the beginning of this whole thing that went into motion. We have separate states that have their own rules, like New York and California, in terms of eviction bans. But largely across the board, many of the states only adhering to this federal moratorium. This is set to expire at the end of this month, here within a matter of days, and you are talking about millions of people that are going to be put in the street, and this is going to cause massive problems. Another thing coming like a freight train that's going to blindside many people. This may not affect you, but I guarantee it's going to affect friends, family, co-workers, things of that nature. Now, here's one of the biggest issues if you're wondering how can all this be. Well, Congress allocated $47 billion in assistance to help with this. But so far, states and local jurisdictions have been slow to give it out. Now, why would that be? Millions of Americans on the brink of eviction despite billions in aid being passed by Congress. More than 80 jurisdictions haven't even started their distribution program. This is insane. Almost like they're being told to wait. This isn't right. I suggest if this affects you, you get on top of this quickly in your neck of the woods and see what's going on, because in a matter of days, this thing's going to start coming unraveled. I'm going to talk about this more on the next live stream. Make sure to join me as I expand on stories like this, going live Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern. You'll find links below in the description. Much love.
Shalom. Giving all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakah Quadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. And salutation you I came out there that pushed this word in truth and in sincerity. There you have it. This moratorium, or whatever you call that, is set to expire the 31st of this month, which is days away. And a lot of people is definitely facing eviction. I know people, including family members, that has not paid any rent for like almost a year. They owe thousands of dollars. How they going to pay it back? Only the Lord knows. What they say is COVID. The government. But guess what? The government is about to uplift this moratorium, whatever it's called, and everybody that owe back rent, if they don't have the money to pay, they're going to be evicted, kicked out on the streets. And it's the summertime, but we're approaching fall. Hey, we're in August right now. We about to approach August, then September, then October, then it's going to start getting cold. And that's how Esau deals, man. This is how this devil deals, man. Never trust thine enemy, man. Here you is, you Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans are out there trusting this goddamn devil, man. Like as if his word is golden. And this dude, this devil, he is known to flip the script. He'll say one thing but do another. That's called flipping the script in ghetto terms. In lamest terms, he's cross-facing something that he said he was going to do and do the total opposite. And that's what this devil do, man. Time and time again, it has been proven this devil is a liar, this devil is deceitful, this devil cannot be trusted. So here it is, you people, instead of paying your rent, you spending your money, going on lavish vacations, doing this, doing that, going on shopping sprees. Meanwhile, you living rent-free, not knowing that it's going to come back to bite you in your ass, man. 2nd Ezra chapter 5 verse 1. Nevertheless, as concerning the tokens, a part of the tokens is upwards of the people. Look what's going on throughout in Europe. It didn't hit America yet, but in Europe, everybody's protesting the stab and jab. Everybody's protesting that, man. Why? Because they feel it's unconstitutional, they feel it's illegal, and they feel that it's wrong. No, everybody is protesting that stab and jab, but you don't hear nothing on mainstream media. You have to go to alternative news media outlets to get this information. You don't hear it on no major news outlet. And they suppressing this information for a reason, because they don't want you to know. 2 Ezra chapter 5 verse 1. Nevertheless, as concerning the tokens being signs, and we see the signs coming to pass pursuant to 2 Ezra, the 9th chapter, the 1st verse on down. Behold, the days shall come that they which dwell upon earth shall be taken in a great number. And this is part of the ways you're going to be taken in a great number. Being evicted, cast out on the streets, nowhere to go. And they're not going to do it in the summer months where you can camp out in the park and chill. They're going to do it when it's brick cold. They're going to do it when it's freezing, when the temperatures is unsustainable, when you have to have some kind of warmth and comfort. When it's raining, snowing, and all hell from the winter months, that's when they're going to do it, man. You see how you notice how they had it expire July 31st. Of course, it's going to be pockets of resistance. People going to buck up. People going to do this. People going to do that. But ultimately, by September, those that has not paid rent for months, weeks, months, almost a year, if you don't have that money to pay your landlord, you got to pick up and move. And the average Jake out there was not smart enough to save their dough so they could pick up and move elsewhere. They wasn't smart to do that. They living their life like it's golden, like Jill Scott. Doing their thing. Now you gotta pay the piper. 2 Ezra chapter 5 verse 1. Nevertheless, as concerning the tokens, behold, the day shall come that they which dwell on the earth, upon earth, shall be taken in a great number. And the way of truth shall be hidden, and the land shall be barren of faith. And we see that now. Look what's going on with Little Nas X, whatever his name is, having a bunch of men twerking. You have women usurping authority over men. You have all kind of manner of wickedness going on throughout the four corners of the earth. You have uproars of the people. You have floods, famine, death and destruction. People are getting taken in a great number. And this is all prophecy. And we are great millstone from the apostles on down. That's all we bring out is prophecy. We bring out prophecy because that's what we are. We are prophets, apostles, teachers, and we are bringing out the prophecies of the Bible, edifying the hopeful elect, and reproving and rebuking 2/3. That's what we do. That's what we do. So it reads, but iniquity shall be increased above that which now thou seest, or that thou have heard long ago. Look what's going on, man. Since when you can see, and they promote this, and they give them thumbs up, props, Little Nas X having men twerk in videos, butt naked. That shit is madness and vexation of spirit. That little nigga, that nigga Little Nas X deserved death, man. Deserved fucking death, man. And I pray the Most High put that nigga to death, man. Openly. We all could find out about that shit online, man. Little Nas X, man. It says, but iniquity, which is sin upon sin, shall be increased above that which now thou seest, or that thou hast heard long ago, and the land that thou seest now to have root, shall thou see wasted suddenly. Because what's going to happen is ultimately, thermal nuclear destruction is going to come upon the land of America and destroy this bitch right along with concentrated fire from them chariots, man. And we telling you these things. Why do you think there's a lot of chariot sightings, man? The other day, Jeff Bezos was in below the firmament. And you had chariots flying by the window, but none of them that was in that capsule said anything about that. Why? Because they was told to keep their mouth shut. But there's multiple chariot sightings, man. Why? Because the Most High's eyes are upon the sinful kingdom, man. Here it is. You got people that's about to be evicted. They're going to be taken in a great number. Right along with this economy sprouting and circling the drain. It's going to be mass famine, pestilence, and uproars of the people, man. Why? Because people are going to want answers, man. People are going to want answers, man. But we giving you the answers. Esau's kingdom is coming to an abrupt end. So that's why all these prophecies are coming to pass. But you Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, y'all don't understand what's going on. And that's why you're going to get caught up in a great number. Like it speaks about in 2nd Ezra, the 5th chapter, the 1st verse. Can't get around it. Can't get around it. So it reads. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go to 2nd Ezra, chapter 8, and one of my favorite scriptures, verse 50, because the miseries are coming. 2nd Ezra chapter 8, verse 50. For many great miseries shall be done to them that dwell. Slakia. Let me slow down. 2nd Ezra 8 and 50. For many great miseries shall be done to them that dwell, that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride. Esau is known for his pride, but you got 2/3 you Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans. You're filled with pride as well, man. And pride coming before a fall. And 2/3 y'all gonna fall. Some by the sword, some by teeth of wild beasts, some being tossed headfirst to captivity, which is them concentration camps, some dying by the way of famine. Ultimately, majority of you jakes that take that MOTB is going to be destroyed by concentrated fire and nuclear missiles. So those are part of the great miseries, man, that's coming, man. These are the great miseries that are coming. Let me read it again so it can sink into your ears. For many, 2nd Ezra chapter 8 verse 50, for many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time, and we in the latter times now, that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride. And that's what's going on right now, because this world and the occupants of the society are filled with great pride, man. From Esau, Moab, on down to Judah, that's a part of the 2/3, and Issachar. Filled with pride, man. And that's why great miseries are coming. You see what's going on with these evictions, with this moratorium. It's due to expire the 31st of July, and I doubt very much if they expand it again. If they do, that will be a miracle, man. If they extend this moratorium law for another couple of months, 6 months, 7 months, I'll be astonished, man. Because I doubt they're going to do that, man. I will be taken aback, man. I doubt very much if they do that, man. They're going to let this right here stand. Because they extended it 2 or 3 times already. Because the day that they was going to do away with, it was March or May 31st, and they extended it to July. Ain't no way in the hell you Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans is going to be able to pay that bill, man. If you was living months for free, not stacking your dough, not saving your rent money. You see, the average Jake, if he's smart, if he's not paying rent, that rent money that's supposed to be paid to the owner of the building, your landlord, you'd have been stacking it, stashing it. So if anything comes to pass where you have to dig out some money to pay something, you would have a stash. But the average Jake don't think like that, man. The average Jake don't think like that. The average Jake want to spend, and have a good time. And that's why majority of you Jakes, talking about you Negroes on that Issachar, is going to be cast out in the streets. And this is a part of prophecy. It's all a part of prophecy. Second Ezra chapter 16, verse 68. For behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you. And that burning wrath and that great multitude is them Gurkha troops, them UN troops, the National Guards, like I said, the Gurkha troops, the UN troops, the National Guards, the UN troops, the NYPD, and any other faction of the government that's going to come upon you Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans. That's that burning wrath and that great multitude is the burning wrath is coming from them government agencies that I mentioned. The burning wrath is going to be coming from them government agencies that I mentioned, and that multitude is them government agencies, man. It is what it is. It says, back in 2nd Ezra chapter 16, verse 68, for behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you. Over who? You Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans, man. You're not going to escape the judgment of the Most High, because Esau's wrath, the wrath that Esau is bringing, is the wrath of the Most High on the left-hand side. And that's just the bottom line, man. Whether you want to receive it or cast it off, man, it's your own affair. But I'm telling you, that wrath that Esau is bringing is going to be the wrath of the Most High on the left-hand side. Take it or leave it. Whether you believe it, it's your own affair. It says, back at 2nd Ezra chapter 16, verse 68, for behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you, and they shall take away certain of you, and lead you being idle with things offered unto Slacker, and feed you with things, and feed you being idle with things offered unto idols, and they that consent unto them shall be had in derision. And that's that stab and jab. Also, ultimately, it's talking about that MOTB. And that's the ultimate test that's going to come upon all the world, man. So it reads. It says, matter of fact, it says, let me go back to the top. 2nd Ezra chapter 16, verse 68. For behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you, and they shall take away certain of you, and feed you being idle, being locked up in them concentration camps, with things offered unto idols, and they that consent unto them, they that consent unto you by taking that stab and jab, taking that MOTB, to live comfortable for a season. But ultimately, you're going to be destroyed by Yahweh Shah when he cracked them skies with the holy angels, bringing death, destruction, and deliverance. If you take that jab, if you take that MOTB, you are going to be destroyed. You understand me? You got to come at Jake sometime like that, man. It says, and they that consent unto them shall be had in derision and in reproach and trodden underfoot. And there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. Talking about the Israelites, man. The men of the Lord that's out there doing the work on the highways and the byways, man. Doing that which is right in the eyes of the Most High. It's going to be a great insurrection upon us because, hey, look at Project Megiddo, Operation Garden Plot, and all the rest of these operations that Esau got in play to come up against us, man. For lack of better terms, man. For lack of better words. Hey, man. Shit is about to hit the fan. You see what's going on with these evictions. This moratorium expires July 31st. And millions of people that was not taking heed, they were just spending their money, living their life like it was golden, like it was like they Jill Scott, buying this, buying that, tricking this, tricking that, not paying their rent, not saving their dope. You're going to be out on the street, and what they're going to do, they're going to wait till the cold months to do these things, man. Hey, guess what? They may extend it, they may not. If they do extend it, they're going to extend it to the cold months, and then you're going to be out in the streets, assed out, with nowhere to go. And that's how it's going down. So it reads, for there shall be in every place of the next cities a great inspiration upon those that fear the Lord. Verse 2 Ezra chapter 16, verse 71. And they shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. For they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. That's the point. Verse 72. And cast you out of your house, man. You ain't pay the rent. You ain't got the money to pay the rent. That moratorium government issue law is expired. If you don't got the money to pay, you gotta go. I got somebody that's willing to pay. Bye. See you. You're gonna be cast out of your house. In the cold, in the sleet, in the rain, in the snow. And that's how Esau is gonna have a design, man. This devil, he can't be trusted, man. He can't be trusted, man. And that's how it's going down, man. Verse 73. Then shall they be known who are my chosen, because the Lord's going to reveal in that time who is his chosen men. Who are that elect men, the 144,000, the 1/3 that's slated to rule with Yahweh Shah, the governing body, the aristocrats, those that's fit to rule, man. It says, then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as the gold in the fire. And how we gonna be tried? Those that's a part of the elect, by that MOTB, which is gonna come upon the whole world, man. Be thou faithful unto death, man, and you shall receive that crown. That crown of glory is spoken about in Esdras. When there's a man of tall stature, which was Yahweh Shah, putting crowns upon men's head, man. I would love to be a part of that crowd, man, that's getting crowns put upon their head, man. So with that, I'm close this lesson out, giving all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Wakar Kwadash. Once again, double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. And there you have it. This moratorium law expires July 31st, which is a few days away. And that's why you see people out there protesting. Eviction equals death. You ain't seen nothing yet. Shalom.